Hey, this is Sarah, and this is Fitty to Fitty Blog week 37. So, woohoo for that, I think. Might be 38. I have to check again. Do you know what? We're gonna call this 37, and we're gonna hope for the best. Ooh, also, hello to Anne, who started watching. And I'm watching your stuff, so good job. I'm really looking forward to seeing your progress. As of the last weigh-in at the gym, I was down like another 1.5 pounds of fat, and it was up like 2 pounds of muscle. I hadn't done the weigh-in on the fancy machine in a while. Ooh, plus I was down like 5 inches overall, which was awesome. Still seeing progress. I'm now in a burn phase, which I'm actually kind of enjoying. There's been so much. So yeah, I haven't actually seen it. I've actually seen it go up a little bit on my scales at home, but lady time. And yeah, but still, I'm okay with that. The biggest thing isn't even the numbers on the scale. Right now it's more about inches lost, and the fact I feel amazing, and my clothes are fitting really good, and my legs look awesome, and everything like that. So we're in the run up till Christmas. So the biggest thing over the holidays is just going to be behaving myself. And yeah, but things have been pretty good. I had an interview the other day for a job, which it seems like I didn't get, which is really annoying because I had a really great interview, and the guy who would have been my boss was really, really positive, and it all seemed really, really good. And the HR woman I was interviewing with was really, really positive, and it seemed really, really good, and nothing. And when I talked to other people about it, they're like, the general consensus was like, whenever that happens, usually that means that whether or not they knew it when they were doing the interview, there was somebody who was probably already in mind. I mean, I just took it to mean I just didn't have the experience, even though they weren't looking for any, but whatever. I also, I have successfully actually been picked up by a transcription company. So literally for the last 3 days, I've actually started getting work for them, which is really awesome. I really have to work on picking up my speed, and the first couple of files that I've gotten have been pure audio, single speaker, awesome, the occasional audience response. But it's this guy, and he just talks a mile a minute. But it's really nice, actually, in a way. It is, it's like a church podcast, which is interesting. But the guy is actually pretty funny, and it's sort of like, if church was like this, I would probably actually show up to it. So, I mean, that's been really cool, and he's like this motivational speaker, so, like, as much as I'm typing, it sounds really weird, but when you're actually doing the job, you're not necessarily really paying attention to what's being said. You're more just, I don't know, almost like a conduit for the things. It doesn't make any sense if you've never actually done it. It's sort of like when you're in class and you're taking really mad, crazy quick notes. You are paying attention, but your brain's not really switched on 100% because you're paying attention to making sure you get all the important points down. It's hard to explain, but it works. It works. So anyway, I don't really notice necessarily what he's, you know what I mean? I don't really listen until I do the second go through, just make sure everything matches up, and then I'm really paying attention, and it's like, actually, this guy's got a pretty nice message. I mean, it is super religious, don't get me wrong, he's still, still like a pastor, and it's like a church thing, but you know, it's pretty cool actually. So that's what I've been doing, and also going to the gym. And I haven't been to yoga class that much lately because they're all of a sudden saying at my gym that they cannot get hold of any yoga instructors because our yoga instructor that we had for ages just stepped back because she was on maternity leave, and she's like, I can only work so much and blah blah blah, so I have to work less. So what's really annoying is that apparently she was late to one of the classes that I missed because she was like, yeah, I was teaching the class somewhere else, and then I have to leave early because right after that I have to go to somewhere else. And it's like, surely you could have picked one club and just stuck with doing classes there so there wasn't all this back and forth and this class isn't what it's supposed to be sort of thing, and shenanigans. And she's a really great instructor. So it's really annoying who they're replacing her with too, because there's like one girl who has this voice, and it's like she clearly really is into it, but she has this really nasal voice, and it's like everything she says kind of sounds like a really nasal hippie who's really bored. You know, it's one of those, you honestly, if you heard it, you'd be like, oh my god. And then the other woman just sounds like she's just bored. Her voice isn't relaxing, it just sounds like she's kind of annoyed that she's there. And the problem is that neither of those two, I mean, they both do the practice during the class as well. And the one thing I liked about the instructor that we did have was that she would show especially new poses at the front of the room, but then she would walk around the room and correct people's postures, which is really great, especially because it is just a class through the gym and a lot of people are new and they have no idea where to put themselves. So when you have people who you know normally would get those corrections getting up and walking out of the class because they just can't do it because their bodies just aren't in the right shape. And when I say shape, I don't mean like health-wise, I mean like physically, like they're not making the right shape with their body. And it's like, you know, I know that I don't know enough to show them how to do it 100% correctly. I can just recognize that the person next to me is doing it wrong, and like, I want to say to them, I did that the first week and that was wrong and I got corrected. And do you know what I mean? It's so it's a little annoying. But the really awesome thing is it looks like they've asked my personal trainer, Rhonda, who is awesome, about her availability. So hopefully, like fingers crossed, because she's wanted to do the group instruction for like ages. So I'm really hoping that they let her do it so that she'll actually stay in the building, because she's really awesome and she's going up to level 3 now. And so when I'm done my sessions with her now, I'm not going to be able to afford to train with her anymore because she is going to cost $70 an hour, which is insane, especially because I do know, and I have been told that like the level 3 trainers, they're only making like 27 of that, which is, you know, that's pretty good for a personal trainer. That would be awesome. You know what? If I was paying $40 an hour and you were making 27, that would be really awesome. That would make a lot of sense. $70 an hour, and these guys aren't paid when they're not training people. They are only paid when they are actually training people. So they're expected to be there selling. They're not getting paid for that. Like, it's stupid. Like, what the hell? I would really like to know why the club needs the extra $40 an hour. And they're probably, you know, hundreds, I would assume, of hours really a week with the personal trainers. You know, that is a lot of money to be keeping back for like administrative costs. Like, it's just stupid. Anyway, but that is all stuff. And so yeah, that's where I'm at this week. Other than that, things are going pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good, actually. I am working my ass off, as much as I can to get more coursework done. Although I'm taking a little break tonight because, like I said, 3 days straight, I have been doing crazy amounts of work, which would be cool if it wasn't for the fact that general transcription does not compensate very well. Like, really not. 60 cents a minute for, like, per minute of recording. So, yeah, to get things perfect, and especially while I'm just new with this company, I'm probably spending 4 to 5 hours on a 28-minute file because this guy talks that much. Wow. Plus, also really annoying, they want their files transcribed in all caps. Okay, fine, but here's a little failing of the Windows, like Microsoft Office. Very annoying, you know, in Word, doesn't spell check capped words. I think it assumes they're acronyms. I have no idea. But it doesn't spell check those. So I then have to go through and manually spell check, which I don't mind, but like, God, you would think that they would think about this as a possibility. You know, it's like, anyway. So yeah, that's everything going on this week. Ooh, new favorite exercise. I learned an Olympic lift. And I learned the clean and press, which sounds more difficult and looks more difficult than it is. I really recommend that you check it out. It works so much of your body. It is amazing. And I was doing it with 30-pound already loaded barbells. So, you know, if you're in a gym, if you have a gym membership, so easy to get hold of. Honestly, it doesn't have to be like 250 some pounds and you're like a tiny powerhouse. Sorry, I'm having flashbacks to the Olympics and oh my God, those girls are so tiny. It's like, oh my God, you're lifting as much as a car. You are basically lifting a car and most of you are still smiling. I would not be smiling. I enjoy my weightlifting. I am not smiling when I'm lifting. No, I'm mostly making this face. Like I'm gonna poo myself. Because I'm putting in the effort. Anyway, so I'm gonna go because I have had a lot of caffeine and it's actually been a pretty good day and I'm actually feeling pretty good. So I'm gonna go and chill out and relax. Maybe scruffle my dog. Okay, anyway, thank you so much for watching and I will see you soon. Remember, any questions, comments, anything down below, let me know your progress. Or message me and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!